This is how I'm going to pass an FTMO challenge in 2 trades, and this is how you can take the trades with me. What's good, my people? It's your boy DanielFx here. Welcome back to the channel. I apologize about the quality of this video. I'm still currently waiting on my camera to come back from warranty, so the video is not quite to the quality that it should be at, but bear with me, it's coming this week. I've been waiting on it for a minute, so look out for that when it arrives. But today's video, I'm going to be starting a brand new 200K MFF live account challenge, and we're going to be taking every single trade live on Discord on the Learn and Earn. Now in this video, I'm going to be breaking down my approach to the strategy, how I plan on attacking it, what my first trade is going to be like, my risk management, and everything that actually goes into passing it. And then over this next month or 2 months, or however long it takes for me to actually get the setups I need, we're going to be showing every single trade live here on YouTube. So you're going to see the live trading content from inside the Learn and Earn, the private group. And you're also going to see the analytics, the MetaTrader, everything. I'm going to be completely transparent, whether or not we pass, fail, or get a retry. You're going to see every single trade that gets taken. Now the plan is to execute the 222 formation. Now this is what I've named this little series that I'm currently filming, because it's a 200K account challenge. I plan on passing it in 2 trades using 2% risk. Now I know my system very well, and I've been trading for a very extended period. Now this is not something I usually recommend to traders. I'd recommend if you're on your first challenge and you don't have other funding, don't increase your risk. Trade 1% risk and keep it very consistent, very conservative. I, on the other hand, I'm blessed enough to be in a position where I can potentially afford to lose an account and not really be too concerned about it. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to wait for my perfect setup. So I know that in my trading plan, I have 3 very unique setups. They're all different variations off of a break and retest, but they form differently and they have different probabilities. Now I know that my favorite trading setup, the one that has the highest probability of hitting, is the 3 bullish drive formation. If you know what that is, you know what it is. I talk about it all the time in the Learn and Earn, and it's just a very, very common trade setup that takes place on the indices. Now I target an average or a minimum risk reward ratio of a 1 to 2, meaning if I trade 2% risk on a 1 to 2, I'm making a 4% gain, which means that on my Forex fund with an 8% profit target on phase 1, all I need to do is hit 2 successful trades. Now granted, the trades do need to be back to back, so I can't take a loss in between, otherwise it will mess up my distribution and I'll need a 3rd trade. However, I'm pretty confident that if I just plan out 2 3 drive formation trades, if I just look for that specific setup which has the highest probability of hitting, granted it may take me longer to actually take the trades and find the setups, but it's a much higher probability of me being able to just pass in 2 trades without fumbling around and going back and forth. So that is the plan. I'm going to show you guys briefly what the setups look like. Alright, cool. So now that we're back here on the charts, let me explain to you my strategy and my approach to the market. Now this is not a full strategy breakdown video. I'm not going to be doing that on YouTube currently, but it's just a very, very simplified version or a very simplified diagram of my trading model. Now if you want to learn more about this or actually see me execute this and explain it live on a session, you're welcome to join the Learn and Earn. The link is in the bio. This is where I'm going to be taking all the trades live in person. So if you want to be a part of that and actually execute the same trade, if you agree with my analysis, you're more than welcome to join that. Once again, it's the Learn and Earn down below. Now right here is a very simplified version of my trading model. Now I'm not going to go into all the confluences that go into this trade, because again, this is not a strategy video, and all of that's going to be done on the live sessions anyway. But this is on the basis that we're in a strong trending market. Now it has to be a high volume, strong trending market. This sort of system does not work in a counter trend market, it doesn't work in corrective periods, it doesn't work in low volume, it doesn't work with high impact news. It has to be a certain market condition. Now I've been very closely monitoring market conditions for the past couple of weeks, and I believe that this is the week that we're going to have a lovely continuation movement. Now I know I low-key said this last week, but last week was NFP week and there was lots of high impact news. So coming into this week, we're kind of calming down with the news, with the fundamentals, so we should have a nice continuation, smooth kind of week. Now this is what I kind of want to look for. Now again, it does vary, it doesn't always look like this, there's different variations, but just in general, this is a kind of formation. Now this is obviously a bullish example, and we are currently bullish on the indices, so this is what we're looking for. So I want to see price create higher highs and higher lows, a nice standard uptrending market. I then want to see some sort of equal highs get created, some sort of key level get created and broken above. Now typically when this happens, and again this is not always the case, but typically we leave some sort of fair value market gap or some sort of indecision, not indecision, imbalance rather. I then want to see further equal highs get created and some buy side liquidity be left up here. And then I want to see an inducement of sellers, so a counter trend corrected move, price making lower lows and lower highs back to our key level. Now in this process, we may fill out this FVG and we may tap into an order block. Typically speaking, there will be some sort of order block if we've had a large impulsive movement. And I then want to see price fake out like it's holding their level and induce more buyers. So typically we like to leave like equal lows here, and it will kind of take place like we're about to buy, people will start buying, and then price dumps once again. We swipe our sell side liquidity and we fake out as a short. So we retest structure, and now it looks like we're about to start selling. And again, I'm not going to get into too much depth about this setup, but the undisciplined traders start shorting, induce more liquidity, and it fails to break lows, breaks back above. Anyways, I want to see a fake out of the lows. I want to see price bottom out. Usually this will happen around New York Open or maybe a little bit into New York. And then I want to see a nice 5-minute shift of structure, change of character, some depletion, etc. I'll go through my trading requirements, look at the confluences that are required, but usually I'll look at taking some sort of breakout trade around this sort of point. Stop loss nice and safely below structure, give it a little bit of breathing room. It really depends on how conservative I'm being, and just simply targeting a 1 to 2. Usually the bare minimum price should come up to is the equal highs, but typically in a trending market you can actually target the creation of the new higher high. And the idea is that I'm risking 2% on this trade, and I have 2 opportunities or 2 trades to actually pass the challenge. Now again, you may not understand this, you may be very confused by what I've said, or maybe you're in the learn and earn and you've heard me speak about this for like months and months and months now, because I'm always talking about this same setup, because it really is my favorite trading opportunity to take. It's the favorite kind of trade idea, and typically speaking, again, everything's always going to have its losses, but for me this is the highest probability trade setup that I actually get, and when I do see it in the right conditions, it's just a lovely trade to take. So I'm very confident with this. Now, this is a prop firm that I'm going to be taking the challenge with. Now this is personally one of my favorite absolute prop firms. I actually prefer it to FTMO for a couple of different reasons that I'm going to leave for a different video, but it's a very respectable prop firm. I'm sure if you've been in the trading game, you know about my Forex fund. There's no question about their legitimacy. They have super quick payouts. Granted, your first payout does take a month, which is what it is, in it. You kind of just want to secure it and leave it going, but anyways, it's the prop firm. I'm going to be doing an evaluation account, not a rapid or an accelerated, so you can click start here and it'll show you the evaluation account sizes. Now I'm going to be going for just a regular account, not an aggressive one, and you can see right here the 200k is $979. Now for those of you who don't know what this actually is or what I'm doing here, I'd recommend going to this website right here and just have a little read of the FAQ section or watch a YouTube video on it. Again, if you request it in the comment section below, I'll make a full breakdown of what prop firms are and how you can utilize them to actually make money in your trading. But yeah, 1 to 100 leverage, and you can see we have phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 is 8%, and again the idea is we're taking 2 trades at 2% risk, and phase 2 is 5%. And currently the plan for phase 2 I'm going to leave for a separate video, because it's a completely different approach. We're no longer risking 2% on the phase 2. However, once again, if you do want to watch this all take place live starting from hopefully next week on Monday, you're more than welcome to get in. But that's it for this video. There's nothing else to say. We just need to kind of see how these next coming weeks like form in the markets, and we need to react to price action and just see what happens. So yeah, fingers crossed we have a nice good week in the markets, and I'm gonna see everyone live on the session starting Monday. Let's run up to